Listen, guys, come on in. This is called the Heritage Room, and this is kind of one of the secrets about the military. I showed a couple other cadets this. In every building around here, even in the dog training facility, there's a special room where the people get together and, guess what, eat lunch, hang out, visit outside of the stress of the job. Okay? This is, despite what it looks like, this is not a drinking club where you just go and get drunk and party. This is a morale room where, honestly, you honor the people who have gone before. Anybody notice these men's pictures out here on the walls behind you? Guess what? They're members of this squadron that died. Okay? This is not like high school. This is not like working at Walmart. These are fighter pilots who have given their life for their safety and protection of their country. And you come into rooms like this, actually at the what they call the dog facility, they had pictures of dogs that had died in Afghanistan. It's pretty neat. And so this is kind of the tradition that doesn't exist outside of the military. This does exist in the Navy, Army, Air Force. It's kind of a secret, so we'll let you know on a secret. You know, we have the cadet management area in my area. We have a place where kids eat lunch and stuff like that. That is why I invented that. Our junior ROTC is very unusual that we have that area that we can hang out and you guys can come for lunch. Other junior ROTCs do not have it. I have it because of this. I grew up with this, getting together with my friends, talking about whether or not you did well or not, you know, what you messed up during the day so you can be better and you can honor the people that have been before.
One thing that we're big on is teamwork. I mean, like you're saying about pilot training, you graduate as an individual. Once you get to this level, it's a team. Everything's a team. Like I was saying that you graduate from 16s as a wingman. You work way at the 4 shift. But everything you do, you don't go out there alone. You go out there at least as a 2 shift or a 4 shift. So you always have somebody with you. So we bring that back into here, and we always need to trust him to be able to sit there and know that the guy I'm flying next to is going to do the job and he's going to protect me as I will protect him. So when we come back here, usually we're finishing off our briefing in other rooms, and we come back here at the end of the day and just unwind, and then this is where we can have the students relaxing on us. And honestly, I've learned more sitting in here talking to different people than just sit there in a structured environment learning. Because this is where I can relax, and I'm like, listen, I really had a question on this, I didn't feel comfortable asking earlier, and they're like, all right, okay. And we'll talk about it. Well, also, if you see these boots, this came from a fighter pilot that retired. It's also his golf shoes, so he went from being a fighter pilot and then to playing golf every day. But I personally have lost 3 buddies flying this aircraft. I've had other buddies die from other things. But flying related, I've lost 3 friends. We all know somebody that has lost. It's a very serious business. So we also take it very seriously when we come here and honor them. We always start off, each squadron has their own saying. Ours is quack quack, and we go like fox. Out now with help. Previous squadron we had, I was in the Gander from the Shaw, so we had a different saying. So each squadron comes up with a saying, and what it is, it unites us all. So I'm always, every squadron I've been a part of, I'm always still going to be part of that squadron, even though they're moving on. And so if something happens to me, they're always going to remember. All my buddies that I've made friends with over the years are going to remember, and they're going to honor. Same thing as all the friends that I've lost already, I remember everyone their names. I know exactly, I can remember the days that I met them. Because they all have a unique ability that we've shared this lifestyle. Not many people would say that. There's a lot of pilots in the Air Force, but there's even smaller amounts of F-16 pilots. Sorry, F-15s are even smaller now. So if you get to this level, you cherish every moment you got. But this is very important. At the end of the day, this is usually where your students find most of us here before we go home to our families. Just having not even drinking. We're just come over here and have a soda. Talk real quick, just to be able to unwind and look around and look at all the heritage. The planes you see behind us are all the planes that this squadron has flown since its inception. So it wasn't just F-16s we've flown. We've flown T-51s, the P-38s, all these different aircraft throughout the year, and we've moved on to different aircraft. So the F-16, the 309 probably will not end with the F-16. You'll probably get another aircraft sooner or later. Always got to remember the things that happen for you, because I was a history major. I love history. And one of my favorite sayings is if you don't know history, you're bound to repeat it. You don't learn the lessons of history. So I'm big on that.
One of the other things you need to realize that happens in this room, which does not happen outside that door, is people get better. So we're sitting here flying, he's flying with me, and I'm a colonel, but guess what? He's teaching me how to fly F-16s. He's respectful for me, he respects my 30 years in the military, he'll talk to me respectfully, but then when you get behind this door, he can look at me, and my call sign, he's called Nicole, my call sign was Peeps, P-E-E-P-S. And he would look at me and go, well, sir, Peeps, you really screwed up this. You might have been out of position, or when you dropped the bomb, you missed it, and you screwed up, and you should never do that. And he can look me right in the eye and do that. And as a man, as a professional who wants to improve yourself every day, I go, bull, do you think I get mad at him? What do you mean? No, I didn't mess that up. No, I look him straight in the eye and go, well, yeah, you're right. I won't do that again. And I'm telling you, as teenagers, one of the toughest things to remember is constructive criticism. Be able to take it positively and learn from it. Everybody makes mistakes, but only the dumb people make them twice. And behind these closed doors, it's called a closed door debrief, he and I can be incredibly honest, even though I outrank him and everything. We'll get honest because we want to mess up. He might say, hey, Peeps, you messed up this. And I go, well, you know what? They were trying to get you on the radio and you missed the first radio call. And he goes, oh, I didn't know I missed that. Well, yeah, you can get better. And we all try to improve each other. In this room, lives are saved because of that. And no difference from me being a teacher saying, at Temple, you were 1 minute late today. That really stunk. And what should you say?
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir. There you go. She learns about that. She made everybody wait 1 minute this morning. But she's mature enough to do that. I'm trying to make you guys better so that you can be part of the best of America, which you're seeing here today. But this is kind of one of the secrets. Behind closed doors, we don't have any rank. We can talk quite candidly. It's no different than me when y'all come into my office and I talk to you about your career plans, and you want to be a fighter pilot, you can't make C's. You want to be a doctor, you need to make A's. You want to go off and do other things, you need to follow your dreams. And this is kind of the quiet place where fighter pilots do this stuff. Yes, ma'am?
What are the boots?
That's a great question. What's the tradition of the boots?
One of the fighter pilots that was here, he retired from here. He donated his boots, and then you see the golf shoes above it. His symbol that he moved on from being a fighter pilot serving his country to going and playing golf.
That's good. That's good. I like it.
But, I mean, it's a big symbol. He gave a lot of years. I mean, it serves. I have 2 sons. I've missed 2 Halloweens, 1 Christmas, and almost missed the birth of my 2nd son doing this job. Luckily, I got back, and 2 weeks later, my son was born from 1 deployment. You do sacrifice a little bit, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I mean, my wife knows what I do. She's in the military. She supports me in every way. She's not in the military. By the military, I mean that she's a civilian, but in more respect, she's got to be able to take care of my family and do everything while I'm gone. So in fact, she's also in the military. So I mean, it's a tough life sometimes. But the reason the symbol is, he was saying that he did his service and now he moved on to be able to enjoy later in life all the rewards that he worked so hard to be able to give this country all the freedoms they have. Don't ring that bell. It's usually when something happens, like if I'm going to pin on Major in a few months, if I want to buy the bar, I'll ring the bell, and that signals everyone that I'm buying drinks tonight. There's some other rules that go along, but if you ring that bell, you're buying for the night, so I'll get some money in your pocket. Sodas for you, all you guys.
I'll tell you a story. I was in Florida flying jets and doing an air show at one time in my life, and I was in a squadron like these. Bars are different places, everything's designed differently. And I came walking into a door, and I had my hat on. And there's a rule, international rule, that if you walk into a fighter heritage room with a hat, you lose. Okay? And I walked in. As soon as I walked in, I heard the bell ringing, and they looked over at me, and I was a dumb, captain. And I was a dumb captain with my hat on. It cost me about $270 that night. And of course I had an emergency $100 bill, but I didn't have any other money, so I was borrowing money from all my buddies. I had to pay $270 because I had a hat on. So those are part of the traditions we have, okay, that are important. All right, any other question, guys? You know what? Look around here. This is what I'm trying to create in our heritage room at our school. This is unusual. These are part of our club. We have another room besides our classroom. The kids eat lunch, hang out 12 hours a day. It's a fun place. A heritage room. We have some pictures and all on the wall like this.